Hello everyone, this is Wicked Fox. Today I wanted to show you snap skating. If you're ever interested on this on the Warlock, make sure that you have the little snap, I don't know what is it, incinerator snap thing, and make sure you have Icarus Dash. Those are pretty much the only things that you really need. You got to be obviously on solar, and you obviously want to be on solar because it's faster. But you can hear that snap. You hear that snap? It's like a little fire thing. It's making you maneuver just a little bit quicker. As you can see, you can get there a lot faster. And what you're going to do is, for snap skating, you got to sprint. Once you sprint, you slide and then jump. So sprint, slide, jump, then you're super. Okay, so sprint, slide, then jump, then use your super. Remember, your super can't be ready, otherwise it'll use your super. So make sure your super is just not active to be used. Okay, so you're gonna sprint, slide, jump, then you're gonna use your super, then you're gonna jump again into your Icarus Dash. So I know that kind of sounds like a lot, but it's not a lot once you get used to it. So here we go again. Snap skating. You're going to sprint. Once you sprint, you're going to slide. And then you're going to jump. Remember, you're not going to see the jump animation. So you're just going to sprint, slide, jump, and then you're going to hit super. So it's going to look like you're not even jumping. And you're going to hit the super button, which is your 2 up top. And then the reason why you're jumping again after you do the super is so that you can Icarus Dash. You're kind of giving yourself that leverage to get up higher. And that's all there is to it. So keep watching it. See how I'm doing it. You can kind of see on the screen the way it looks and the way I'm telling you how to do it. So, as you get faster and faster with it, you don't even notice sometimes I'm sliding. So what you're doing is just sprint, slide, jump, and then you do your super button, and then you jump again, and then your Icarus Dash to give you that little extra burst. And that's all there is to it. It might take some practice and a little muscle memory. Once you get it down, it'll just be second nature to you. So this probably took me maybe 10 minutes to learn. The well skating probably took me about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, somewhere around there. The shatter skate took me a little bit longer. It took me a little bit to understand the buttons. And then once you get the shatter skate down, all this is really easy. So once you're sliding, you're jumping. So it's like once you slide into it, you jump, and then you hit your super immediately. So you're hitting each one of those buttons fast, and then you're jumping again to get that airlift. Once you get the airlift, then you Icarus Dash, because it'll make you go a little bit faster. And it makes a unique sound. I love the way the sound happens. You can hear it if you raise the volume up. You can kind of see a little sparks go off. You can do it off ledges if you're fast enough. But like I said, it's like almost like once your muscle memory reacts to it, it's just you automatically hit those buttons. So it's like you're not even thinking anymore. So, do this for about 10 minutes, and it's like it's embedded in your mind, and you can just keep doing it. But remember, one thing is if you use your snap before you actually, if it's gone, if your snap's not on the screen right now because it's been used, you can't do this. So keep that in mind. You have to have that snap available. And you got to make sure that your super is not available. Otherwise, it'll go into the super animation. So make sure the super is not already up with the yellow bar. Otherwise, you can't do this. And make sure that you have the snap so that you can cancel that snap. Once the snap has been used, you got to wait for that snap to come back. So I'm just showing you different areas, you know, as you get more comfortable with it. I mean, you can pretty much do it anywhere. Doesn't take long to do. It'll trick the opponents because as you get better players you're playing against are expecting you to be in an area of lift, and you can actually not lift if you didn't want to. So if you just wanted to make the sound, you know, all you would do is just sprint, slide, and then do your super, and then it'll just make the snapping sound. You won't go as far because you're kind of putting the input of the extra, the jump and the Icarus at the end. But if you didn't want to do, so you start out just by learning the snap skating, and that's just by sprinting, then sliding. You know, that's easy. We do this all the time. Sprint, slide, and then do your super. And you'll hear that sound. Once you hear that sound, you know you've done that. And just keep doing those 3 steps until you can keep making that sound all the time. Then you know you got that down. Sprint, slide, jump, you know, super. So you already sprint and you already slide. Those are your 2 common things you already do in the game. All you got to do is do your super. Once you got that down, just add the jump and the Icarus dash at the end. So it's like 5 buttons that you're hitting. So once you get those 3 down, just add those 2 and you'll be all good. So I hope this helped you out, and you guys have a good day. Keep watching the video, put down some likes, and share anything that you would like to tell me about it. If you have any extra things that you want to learn, let me know. All right, bye.